In 1989, Flynn, the CEO of Encom, recounts to his son his adventures within a digital realm known as the Grid, which he created. Immersed in its beauty, Flynn encountered Tron, a courageous warrior, and experienced thrilling encounters like disc battles and high-speed cycles. To balance his real-world responsibilities, Flynn devised Clue, a duplicate of himself, to manage affairs within the Grid. Collaboratively, Flynn, Clue, and Tron established a system where information, including the system itself, was freely accessible. Despite discovering a significant breakthrough within the Grid, Flynn keeps it secret, promising to reveal it another day. However, Flynn mysteriously disappears, with Encom's board members citing erratic behavior following his wife's death. As Flynn's parents care for his son, the embittered boy feels abandoned. 20 years later, Flynn's son, Sam, infiltrates the Encom tower, hacking the door lock and ascending to the main computer room. Unaware of triggering an alarm, Sam maneuvers through the security measures, risking confrontation with a guard. Meanwhile, during a board meeting, the new boss unveils a lucrative product: a secure operating system set for imminent release, contradicting Flynn's original principles. On screen, a video of Sam's dog interrupts the boss's attempt to access the system, thanks to Sam's clever upload of the software for free online. Despite his success, Sam's celebration is cut short when a guard discovers him, triggering a rooftop chase. Desperate, Sam activates a parachute but ends up entangled at a traffic light. After freeing himself, he lands on a passing taxi, only to fall off later, leading to his arrest by the police. After paying bail, Sam returns home to his modest apartment, a converted shipping container. Unexpectedly, Alan arrives, acknowledging Sam's annual prank on the company in honor of his father's disappearance anniversary. Alan shares that he still carries his old pager, per Flynn's advice, and receives a message from Flynn's long-unused office above the old arcade shop, stirring intrigue after 2 decades. Eventually, Sam finds himself at the arcade, where he discovers a hidden passage beneath a Tron game. In a secret control room, Sam begins searching for answers on a computer, unwittingly activating a laser that digitizes him, transporting him into the Grid. Overwhelmed by the surreal world, Sam is quickly captured by guards who mistake him for a program. Transported alongside other captives, Sam faces an uncertain fate as a worker decides their destinies, either deresolution or participation in deadly games. Fortunately, Sam is selected to participate in the games. Witnessing another program choose self-deresolution over facing the games, Sam finds himself in the armory, where automated sirens outfit him with new armor and an identity disc. Guided by a siren named Gem, Sam is ushered into the gaming Grid, where the intense disc wars unfold amidst a cheering crowd. Meanwhile, the boss and his assistant Jarvis observe from their box. As the first match commences, Sam narrowly avoids his opponent's attacks, realizing the perilous consequences of being struck by a disc. In this pivotal moment, Sam encounters his formidable opponent, Rinsler, armed with dual discs. A tumultuous battle unfolds as gravity shifts unpredictably, giving Rinsler the upper hand over Sam. However, when Rinsler notices blood on Sam's armor, he discerns that Sam is not just a program, but a user. This revelation prompts Rinsler to escort Sam to the viewing box above, where the boss, to Sam's astonishment, reveals himself as a youthful Flynn. Initially unaware of Sam's identity due to the passage of time, Flynn examines Sam's identity disc but finds its contents unimpressive. Despite Sam's plea to return home, Flynn, or rather Clue, unveils the truth and dispatches Sam to the Light Cycle arena. In this arena, Jarvis incites the crowd as Sam's team faces off against Clue's experienced programs. Just as Sam prepares to confront Clue on foot, a mysterious figure intervenes with a light runner, rescuing Sam and engaging in combat with Clue's forces. Together, they breach the Grid's confines, escaping into the outlands beyond the reach of pursuit. In safety, the figure introduces herself as Cora and leads Sam to a secluded home atop a hill. There, Sam finally reunites with the true Flynn, who recognizes him instantly. Father and son share a heartfelt reunion, while Cora reveals that Flynn has been educating her about the real world through board games and classic literature. Flynn then reveals that he had been collaborating with Tron and Clue to develop a flawless system, eventually resulting in the creation of something called ISIS. But Clue views as imperfections. Clue executes a coup, seizing control of the system by ambushing Flynn and Tron. Tron is believed to have been erased, while Flynn is forced to flee into the outlands as the ISOs are destroyed in an event known as the Purge. The only escape from the Grid is through a portal with a limited time window, which closed shortly after Flynn's capture by Clue. Given Sam's presence, it suggests the portal has reopened, prompting Sam's eagerness to return with his father. However, Flynn is reluctant, suspecting a trap by Clue, who may be waiting at the portal to steal Flynn's identity disc for manipulative purposes. As Sam sneaks out, Flynn awakens from a dream about his family and realizes his son is missing. Sam, now using Flynn's light cycle, enters the city and trades the vehicle for a cloak to maintain a low profile. A guard becomes suspicious of the old light cycle and follows its trail, eventually tracing it back to Flynn's house. The guard reports this to Clue, who promptly flies to the location only to find the building deserted. Meanwhile, Sam encounters GM, who leads him to Zeus's club. Clue's soldiers, alerted by Zeus, infiltrate the club, prompting Sam and Cora to engage in combat. Despite their efforts, Sam and Cora are overwhelmed, resulting in Cora losing her left arm. Suddenly, Flynn arrives and uses his admin powers to eliminate most of the enemies before escorting Sam and Cora to safety via an elevator. However, a soldier manages to snatch Flynn's disc with an extension cord just before the elevator doors close, sabotaging the descent mechanism in the process. Seizing the opportunity, Zeus eliminates the soldier and claims the disc for himself. During their escape, Flynn manipulates Cora's identity disc, enabling her arm to regenerate, and reveals that she is the last remaining ISO. Meanwhile, Clue arrives at the club where Zeus proposes a deal: Flynn's disc in exchange for control of the city. Clue feigns agreement to Zeus's deal, but once he obtains Flynn's disc, he leads his guards to the club and detonates it, derezing Zeus and GM. Cora awakens and recounts how Flynn saved her during the Purge, fostering a bond with Sam. Their conversation is interrupted when their solar sailor is intercepted by a large carrier ship. The trio seeks refuge among the cargo units and discovers that numerous programs are being taken to be reprogrammed into an army for Clue. Rinsler, who is revealed to be Flynn's old friend Tron reprogrammed as Clue's enforcer, arrives to investigate the sailor. Cora entrusts her disc to Sam before confronting Rinsler, who captures her and takes her away. Flynn and Sam use this diversion to escape, while Clue heads to his tower to secure the disc. Flynn and Sam arrive at the tower just as Clue addresses his army, revealing his intention to use Flynn's disc to breach the real world and perfect it. Determined to thwart Clue's plans, Flynn and Sam devise a plan and decide to split up. As Flynn heads to the light jet hangar and reprograms a guard to gain access to a vehicle, Sam infiltrates Clue's tower. He engages in combat with numerous guards and coerces Jarvis into retrieving Flynn's disc. He then rescues Cora and, using a wing-like parachute, collides to the ground to rendezvous with Flynn and escape in the jet. Clue returns to the tower to find Rinsler climbing back inside, and he promptly de-reses Jarvis for his failure. Clue and his team then take off in their own light jets, flying over the simulation sea. Sam takes control of the jet's turret to attack Clue and his forces, while Cora skillfully maneuvers to evade their counterattacks. Finally, the trio reaches the portal only to find it blocked by Clue, who confronts Flynn and insists that he was only following Flynn's instructions. Flynn extends an apology to Clue, acknowledging the impossibility of achieving perfection as it is inherently unknowable, a realization he himself had not grasped when he created Clue. This revelation provokes Clue to launch an attack on Flynn, prompting Flynn to instruct Sam and Cora to continue to the portal. Sam, unwilling to lose his father again, engages Clue in combat, but Cora intervenes, pushing Sam away while Clue seizes Flynn's disc. As the pathway splits, Clue discovers that the disc he holds actually belongs to Cora. Flynn had swapped discs before their arrival. Enraged, Clue attempts to leap across the gap between the gate and the portal, but Flynn executes a special technique, merging himself with Clue, flooding Clue's mind with childhood memories. Flynn watches proudly as Sam carries his disc into the portal, bidding farewell before completing the fusion with Clue. Sam and Cora manage to escape the grid just before the fusion triggers a massive explosion, obliterating the entire area. Back in his father's office, Sam saves the Tron system onto a microchip, which he wears around his neck. He contacts Alan, acknowledging Alan's correctness about everything and expressing his intent to reclaim ENCOMM, offering Alan the position of chairman. Later, Sam meets with Cora and invites her to witness the sunrise for the first time, symbolizing a new beginning for both of them. The movie concludes with this hopeful scene. Check out our other recaps popping up on your screen right now.